Hi, this is Frode, and welcome to the last part of the 5 big ideas from Eat That Frog. In part 1 and part 2, I delivered the ideas The Truth About Frogs, Written Goals, and the 10-90 Rule. If you haven't watched those parts, I recommend that you go watch them first, but it's up to you. And the 4th big idea is the 80-20 Rule. Do you feel overloaded with too much to do, but still feel dissatisfied of what you have accomplished at the end of your day? The solution might just be the 80-20 rule, or as it's also called, the Pareto principle. It was founded by the Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto, who discovered that his people in his society naturally divided into the vital few, the top 20% in terms of money and influence, and the trivial many, the bottom 80%. Later, he found out that this also applies to any kind of economic activity. Some examples are 20% of your products will account for 80% of your profits, 20% of your customers will stand for 80% of your sales, and 20% of your activities will account for 80% of your results. The sad thing is that most people avoid the vital few, the 20% of their activities that will account for 80% of their results, while busying themselves with the trivial many, the 80% of activities that account for 20% of their results. Think for a second now. Are there any activities that you do daily or weekly that are not so effective towards reaching your most important goal? How can you do more of the important things and less of the not so important? A great habit you can condition in yourself to get this mindset ingrained is, before you begin work, always ask yourself, is this task in the top 20% of my activities or in the bottom 80%? To summarize, 20% of your activities, the vital few, account for 80% of your results, and 80% of your activities, the trivial many, account for 20% of your results. Identify your vital few and minimize your trivial many, and see how you can accomplish a lot more while getting less busy. The 5th and last big idea is oil barrels. How many times haven't you been facing a ginormous task, whether it's a statistics problem set, a work project, or a workout, just to get terrified and not do anything at all? You see, we humans are not designed to eat elephants in one single bite, or to finish work projects in one leap, or sculpt a muscular body with one workout. Instead, it's the small bites, the small steps, the countless small repetitions that help us accomplish extraordinary things. And I want to illustrate this with a story of how Brian crossed the Sahara Desert. When Brian was young, he and some friends were going to cross the Sahara Desert by car. The desert was 500 miles across, and almost 1,300 people had died in that exact same stretch, from getting lost in the dark and losing sight of the track because of the drifting sands. The terrain was also totally flat. You can see all the way to the horizon in every direction. To counter this lack of feature in the terrain, the Frenchmen had put out oil barrels 5 kilometers between them, which was the exact distance to the horizon formed by the curvature of the earth. You could only see the oil barrel you had just passed and the oil barrel in front of you. So to cross the 500-mile Sahara Desert, all Brian and his friends could do was to steer for the next oil barrel, cross the Sahara Desert, one oil barrel at a time. And in just the same way, that's what me and you have to do to accomplish great things. We have to have an aim, a goal for where we are going, but then focus completely on the single step, the single task that is right in front of us, and not get stressed out by the immensity of the project. I want to end this idea with a quote from Brian. You can overcome procrastination and accomplish extraordinary things by taking just the first step, getting started toward your goal, and then taking it one step, one oil barrel at a time. Today I presented the ideas The Truth About Frogs, Written Goals, the 10-90 Rule, the 80-20 Rule, and oil barrels. Pick the one big idea that resonated the most with you and take the first step toward embodying it now. Also, if you have comments or questions, you must definitely write them down below this video. And there's a lot of interesting content I didn't choose for this video, so I strongly encourage you to read the book yourself. And if you like this video, you will probably like So Good They Can't Ignore You by Cal Newport, where we explore ideas like deliberate practice, the dream job elixir, and when passion fails. Also, if you want to get new ideas every single week with 5 big ideas from books that help us think differently and actualize our potential, you can click this fine red subscribe button right here. And if you want more details on the ideas, you can check out this blog post that I have a link for below the video. And if you want to contact me, you can send me a message on Facebook or a tweet on Twitter. I have links to both of them below the video. Thanks for watching. I'm looking forward to sharing more big ideas with you soon. Have an awesome day. See ya.